Yeah, started.
Yeah. Yeah. So earlier we were doing few game series problems, and then what do you say? Already we have covered up to jump game one. So most probably today we'll do 2, 3, 4, 3 more problems, right? So this is our second problem. So second problem says that you are given an array of non-negative integers nums, and you are initially positioned at the first index of the array. And each element in the array represents your maximum jump length at that position. And your goal is to reach the last index in the minimum number of jumps. So you can assume that you can always reach the last index. So this is that array is given to you. And minimum, I mean, in 2 steps, you can reach till the end, right? So from this, you reached this 1 step, and from here, you can directly reach to the end, right? These are the 2 steps. And coming to your same thing, like from this first index, you go to 3, and from 3, you can directly 3 steps, and you'll be, what do you say, that you'll reach the end of the array. And this is nums length constraint, and each of the numbers in 1000. So what do you guys think here? Like the brute force should be?
Yeah, brute force would be like we'll keep a count and we'll start from maybe every index and we'll keep a minimum count and yeah, and we'll keep on comparing what is the minimum in every starting with yeah, I'm thinking that for us to able to reach from first index, we have to see if we can. Okay, so the assumption is we can always reach, right, the last index, right?
I think you can
Right.
always reach. Only minimum steps you have to.
Yeah, we don't have to check that. So whenever we will, so we will do this as a part of how we solve the first one, right? That we keep the max at every index, right? That what is the max we can reach, and whenever that max is equal to our length minus 1, and every time we are going to the next index, we are maintaining this count. So we will do it for all the elements, right? All the entries in the array.
Yeah.
Right? So it will be like kind of, I would say, n square.
Yeah, it should be
Starting
right.
from 2, we have to go to 3, 1, 1, 4, right? Or we can maybe short circuit when we can reach the end index. Maybe we can short circuit there.
We can break at that point whenever you reach the length.
Yeah. And we can always say, okay, this is if the count right now is less than the last minimum, then we'll update our minimum.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of brute force I think of.
Yeah, that sounds good. And minor optimization you can do, like, let's say, okay, let's take, it's almost same thing what you said. I don't know if I've done or not. Okay, here. And you will leave that. So if you are at this point, right? So you are at 0th position, I mean 0th index. So from 0th index at max, you can go to up to what? 0 plus 2, I mean till 1, right? Yeah. So now whichever numbers fall between 2 and 1, you try to check what is the maximum, what you say, he can take you up to. Like if I if I go to 3, then 3 can take me, 3 will have a maximum leap compared to all other numbers in this range, right?
So Shashank, one thing you can do here, okay, what you have done, right? Same thing you can do. So from 2, right, for 0 index, right, that is we want no jump required, right? Where that position. So if it's 0, okay, then from that onward, from the 2 we can reach to the index 3 and 1, right?
True. Yes.
So there we make it number of jump required to 3 and 1 is 1 1. Okay.
No, didn't get that, Shreyas. What is that?
You can annotate. You can annotate.
I can annotate. Let me. No, that option is not coming, Shashank.
I don't know, like.
Because there earlier issue. Now it is.
Really? Okay, let me check.
Somebody has made it private, or what? I mean, you are able to get that, Santosh. Let me make him host then.
Let me hold on.
Make it. Sure, sure.
Let me check. Give me a minute.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I love the participants to annotate, right?
Then I can do it, but
Let me see if I can annotate it first.
Yeah.
No, I can't annotate because I don't see that. Yeah, and there is no option, at least for me, to do that.
actually that account, right? During that account, there's option to allow participant to annotate. That option somewhat disabled looks like.
Okay.
Oh, maybe because of
I
that.
think
Hey,
Not-
see, do
yeah.
Shashank, let's do one thing. Let's raise the, share a
Share
screen.
the script. Sure, sure.
Mm.
Go ahead, Suresh.
Okay.
You can write on it detail.
Yeah, sure.
And this is correct, the reason why they have done it, because we got that bot issues, right?
Yesterday
Yeah.
he tried to annotate on the chart instead of disturbing there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are trying their level best.
Yeah.
it's fine.
So what I was saying that okay, everybody now is everybody integer marks, okay, except the zero index. Okay, so I start from are you able to see a mouse movement, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so here a number of jump required from here is 0, right? Because we are at position, not required to jump to destiny. So after this, from here we can reach 3 and 1, right here. So here we can take minimum of 0 plus 1 and this one. Okay, this is already integer marks, so it will be converted to 1, and this is converted to 1. Okay. Then from this point we can reach this, and this, right?
Oh, we'll
So
increment
here-
now. Okay.
Here we cannot increment it, but 1 plus 1 is 1, right? So it is already minimum. So we can increment and decrement this to 2, and this decrement to 2. Okay. So now currently we are at I am at position this now. So now from here I can here reaching to it, 1 jump is required. Okay. From here I can reach here, right? So here
Yeah.
to here I can go. Already it is 2 there. I cannot optimize further, right? So now it is already, I have to move further pointer here from 2. So I can reach here, right? So already it is 2. I cannot decrement it further. So it is already 2. So number of required jump is 2, right? Yeah. So this
Are you taking the first time the were the minimum or max value of integer?
first is except 0th index, rest of our integer marks.
Max. So if it is max, then the first step was okay, that you are considering one and minimum of 1 and max is 1. But when you're coming to these 2 parts, what minimum are you taking here? Because 2 is
Minimum
more
of-
than 1.
Okay, so here let me.
Uh-huh.
So here current initial jump is required this
Yep.
one, right?
Yep.
So then I start from the 0th index. From 0th index I can reach these 2 index, right?
Yep.
Well reachable. Okay, so I can take 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus m maximum, which is minimum 1, right? So I update to 1, and here also 0 plus 1 and m, okay, which is minimum 1. I updated 1. Both I updated it, right? Now it is m. This is m. Okay, these two are not updated, right? So in the second parts, I start from the 3, right?
3.
From the 3, if I can also jump to this 3 point, right? So if I jump this 3 point, if I go for the number of jump required to 3, current is 1 jump is required. If I jump further, you got 2 jump, right? Second jump. If 3 to I to come to 1, 2 jump is required, right? 2, 1, but 1 is minimum. I don't have to update this.
So so whenever you are moving to the next index, you are increasing that count to 2.
No, he's taking the index, right?
So you are saying that in the next one, it will be 1 plus 1 every time.
Yes, yes. Current one plus one. Okay,
Okay.
so number of jump is required.
Okay.
That's why he is telling the minimum between this
Yeah.
jump and 3 and 3, so becomes 2, but
Yeah,
already
number
there's 1, so it becomes 1.
I
Yes,
get it. I get it.
So, and if you go from 3 to this position, number of jump equals to 2, right? 2 and m, right? Maximum is minimum is 2, right? Updated 2, right? From 3 to also I can come to 4, right? So it is maximum. So I can jump 2 jump icon. So I updated to 2, right? So I updated first 2 index. Now I am processing third index now. From here I want to jump. I can jump only to one position only. So I can jump it one jump. 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Already it is 2. I don't have to update anything here.
Now, basically, you are trying all the possibilities between from
Exactly.
given index to
Yeah,
what
current jump plus 1, which is possibly able to jumping, updating that one with the minimum value. Okay, so from here I can jump, I can reach to here, right? Already it is 1 jump I can reach to here. Already 2 is there. So now I'm not updating anything. So finally, this is the result output.
So it's like a 1D DP array that you are maintaining.
Yes.
And then, okay.
But order of time complete, order of n square, this one.
Okay.
But you can maintain a simple start and end. That's enough, I think, rather than maintaining that. This is also fine. I mean, no offense, basically.
Yeah. This is not, I just write it, but it's not required. So start and end also fine.
Okay.
So any if people can think of order of n time complexity, is order of n square time complexity. Okay, so anyone have order of n time complexity?
And I don't think it's n square.
I can share order of n time complexity.
Breadth first search will be order of n.
Yeah, so here earlier how you are doing, we are keep on scanning with max reach, right? This like this, okay? So same concept, the last time we have summoned this 55, right? Last one is solved, right? So it is max jump and keep on using max jump, keep on updating this one. If max reach is reach the end of the array, then returning true, right? This one we have done last time, right? This is logic. Same logic is here. So max steps I have taken, max position is current position plus the jump count. How many reach I can do? This is I have done. And max step I make it num 0, okay? Means because
Yeah, the first index you take it because it,
Yeah.
yes, I am taking it for the first this one, and then max jump count is 1. Because if I'll not here I'm taking basic check here, okay? So if n is equal to 1, I'm not doing anything, returning 0 directly. If this is not valid, so I have to jump more than 1 to reach the destiny, right? So here start jump count is 1 at the beginning. So I start from the first index, and every time check that the max steps is less than I, less than the current index, means the current index is reachable, okay? Sorry, current index is
Not
okay,
reachable.
forget. Not reachable here. Then I'm incrementing count and using the max step position. Max step position is the max position, and how max position is calculated? Every time max position plus current index plus number of jump I can perform. Same thing you have done it here, right? So every iteration we are evaluating max position we can reach, okay? If max position is less than the current position, okay, then incrementing that jump count and updating the max steps here.
Can we go through the first example? I mean, what
Okay,
step by step?
Sure. Okay, 1 second.
This pattern looks similar to coin change, minimum coins, right? But the difference is here at every step you have the given number of steps that you can take, but in coins you have set of predefined denominations. But the pattern looks same, right? At every step you try with all other possible coins to reach the destination.
Okay, so here what we are doing, we have created an max reachable position, right? Max position is here, right? Max position here at a position I have keep it 2, okay? Because I can reach to this position from this position. Okay, but I'm starting always index start from the 1. Okay, so I have to start from here always. So I can reach from here 2 position I can reach. Okay, and max steps is equal to num0, which is equal to 2 here. Okay, because max step I keep on incrementing whenever I am not unable to jump. So in this position I have to update max steps here. So here in here the 1 index is 1 is less than 2, right? So I'm not doing anything here. And when I come to here, right, it is now 2 is I can jump to here, I can come to here, but from here I can further jump further, right? So here I'm incrementing the jump count and in updating the max steps here. So max step here will be, if you see here 2 plus 0, right, and 3 plus 1 is 4, right? Here is 1 plus 2, 3. 1 plus 2, right? 1 plus 2. Here every time this operation I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Max position is equal to 3. So here max position now updating max position to here 2 to 4. Okay, so which means that from here I can further jump 4th position, I can jump it here. Okay, so here I have count here, if initially count I have 1, and at position this position, okay, I count incremented to 2 here. Okay, so then I mean keep on for each index, okay, I mean comparing with that max steps, okay, every time now it is less than 4. Okay, all I'm reaching now, I'm reaching till the end of the loop now, and max jump now it is 2 now. Okay, so I'm returning 2 here.
So here maximum,
Yeah, so this is order of time of n complexity. Yeah, also we are not taking extra space.
Yes. Yeah, it's almost built on the previous problem.
The previous
right?
one, yeah, that's what I was thinking, that we can do it that way by maintaining. Yeah.
Sure.
Can you go through the next solution, Shreyas, that says 91? Which one failed in this one? Yeah, the one you can scroll down. Yeah.
Oh, this one, okay.
So
I
which
think, okay, 1 second. This is a order of n square time complexity. Okay. This is not failed. This is I think TLE.
Okay, got it.
Not failed. I think this is
Okay,
I think I have done the same thing what I have explained this
got
part.
it. Got it.
That's why it got TLE.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Second question, we can take it also some.
Yeah, sure.
Or you want to share this question again? Share.
I know. I think mine is n square if you look by, because I'm running a while loop on the top of it. Okay. So what I was saying, like, let's say you are at this index, right? From this maximum, you can reach up to this index. Now I'll try to traverse all the values in between, which will take me to the highest, highest index. Like 2 will take me at max to this index, right? So now if I take 3, so 3 will take me to the maximum index, whatever 0, 1 plus 3, 4, it will take me to this index, right? So I'll record that position. Like initially my start got it, and n index is 0, and this is my max index. So one step, like coming to here, this I'm recording. Next time I'm checking to what extent we can go from 0, you can go at max up to 2, right?
Yeah, so this is like the last one, right? This logic, like the last one, yeah.
Last one, exactly. So it's n square, I think. Infinite loop I'm running on the top, and then now whatever your start and end is between them, I'm trying to check which particular number will give me the maximum index, right? Like from 2 to 0, 1 to 2 to 2,
But
0 index to 0.
But are you short circuiting if you are reaching at the end?
This one?
Okay.
Like after every start to end exploring, I'll check if I've already reached the, what do you say?
So your worst case will be n square, that you have to go every step.
True.
So does
Uh,
this pass every test
Yeah,
case? Or it
definitely.
is-
Yeah, it's passing all the test cases.
Okay.
I don't know. It was not passing, I think, in Shreyas case.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's
I think it
passing.
should pass. Yeah, that's right.
But they'll push to OAuth. I never knew that OAuth exists for this. So it's good that Shreyas got it here. That the interviewer will push to that level. OAuth.
OFN is there. Yeah. That's right.
Mhm. Yeah, then next is jump game 3. Let me write this side. Okay. So you are given a non-array, array of non-negative integers, and you are initially positioned at the start index of the array. Now, when you are at the index I, you can jump to I plus array of I or I minus array of I. Check if you can reach to any index value with 0. Notice that you cannot jump outside the array at any time. So here it's like you are initially at 5. 5 is this position, right? So if you are at 5, then either you can move 5 minus 1, 4, or you can move 5 plus 1, 6, right? And now when you are at fourth index is what? This, right? So that means 3 plus minus 4 minus 3, 1, or 4 plus 3, 7. This you can't take because you will be out of the array, I think. And when you are at 6, the value is 2. So either you can move at 4th place or you can move to 8th place, but 8th is a invalid position, right? Now again, 4 will have 3, then 4 to 7 you can move, or 1 you can move. 1 is again an invalid position. So like, I mean, you would just run a B, since they are asking for the minimum steps, right? So if you do a BFS on this, even DP should work, right? I think you have repeating problems. Like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I think DP will work, yeah.
Should work, yeah.
I mean, this is reaching at the end or the
Zero,
the
right?
zero,
Start.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing I did, Sasan. Yeah, DFS, I did same thing.
Or DFS.
Yeah.
Okay, I did BFS, I think.
No, you also
Well, no.
did.
You are not going to reach the initial position, right? You are going to reach the value which is 0, no?
Right.
Value. Okay.
Yeah.
You just
Index
go
with
and look
value
for the
0.
value.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means this position would be your final position to reach. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just normal. What I did is like I mean they have given you the start index, right? So I'll push my start index into the what you say queue. And now this is just to keep track of visited. Like once you have already visited a position, visiting it again and again will be like you'll fall in a cycle, right? Now I'll pop that particular start. So 5 I popped here, right? Let me do this. I popped here. Now I'll check at the 5th index in the array whether the value is 0. If that is the case, then I'll what do you say return from here itself, kind of early exit. And if you have already visited that, then what do you say, don't again visit it, right? And I'm said since 5 I have visited, so visited of 5, I mean v corresponding to this 5 I'll mark as true. And now according to these two conditions, I'll apply 5 plus whatever value is present at this position. If it is positive, then I'll push it into my queue. And if it is, this is the other case, by adding this, if you are within the boundary of the array, you push it into the queue, right? And this will keep on doing till the point you reach, what do you say, the 0th index. Or other way, I could have maintained the level here itself, right? Then I would have to, I'll have to take the size of the queue, and I mean, then you run a for loop up to the length of that level and then keep on doing. Since I'm not maintaining the level here, so this route I'm doing.
Hey, one thing, when you say if it goes out of bound, where are you doing that check?
Yeah, here n is the length of your array, right?
Okay.
So array, so 5 plus let's say 6.
You're not inserting if it's out of bounds.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, only the valid part I will be inserting. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just Rush, you had something to share, right?
I did, you are using iterative way, right? I did recursive way. And
Okay.
that I use DFS.
Okay, let's go through. But because of minimum, that BFS gives the hint. Yeah, but DFS would be good to explore. Yeah.
I just note it out after seeing your approach. Okay, I'll do it better. And this is the one I did. If I reach the start, right, 0, I'm returning true. Or if start is out of index, out of range, right, I'm returning false here. Okay. Or less than 0 something, it is there. Okay, it is not count. Less than 0 is supported, not, I don't know.
Less than 0, not allowed, I
It's
think.
not supported, invalid then, yeah.
Because you will be out of the array. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then I'm evaluating left index and right index by using same process what I did. And what they have mentioned, right? This one. I plus array size, that's what I did. Then after that, if start is equal to -1, this should be.
Oh, you're doing it as a visited thing? Yeah, it's a visited flag. Yeah.
Oh, this is, oh, okay, okay. That's why I
Yeah, yeah.
mentioned -1.
That's why you did that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So this will make it -1 because if mark as visited, then I'm using the DFS approach here again.
So where are you maintaining minimums? They are asking minimum. Oh, is not there.
True and false.
They're asking
okay.
true or
Sorry,
false.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
That minimum
That's
and
fine.
I written long days back this code.
No, makes sense. So Boolean value, which whosoever is true in whichever branch, it will
Yeah.
return.
This I understand why I make it
This-
-1.
This looks like target sum, right? Whether their target sum is there or not. You
Yeah.
try to go for left and right. And, yeah.
Why do you need visited here?
Because if
Visited
we-
because to avoid for TLE
Cycle.
cycle, right? Because we
It
can
might
hit
happen
the same
that,
index. Right, right.
It might again take you to the same index, right? Via some other route.
But
So
if we have a DP array, right? If we memorize, then we don't need this visited, right? Then we already know it's false from that.
Yeah, that's what Sasang did, na visited. Yeah.
the DP you'll already check if already value exists, will return from there.
I'm not using extra space. I'm just make it -1, mark is visited, and as this pass as a reference. So.
True. So it's n square, right?
This is n square.
Two calls you are making. T of n equal to 2t n, right? T of n plus t. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yep. Then let's move to
I
next.
think the order of n, not n square, right?
No. Two calls you are making, right? Two recursive calls you are
Two
making.
call is making, but each element you are visiting once only, processing once, right?
Yeah, I think so often.
Yeah, it's just like a tree traversal. I think it's
Yeah.
just go often.
Less complexity would it be because you're visiting on both left and right.
Time complexity order of n only, not n square. So you can,
See,
because
you are
each
busy.
node,
It will be
each
one
node you are
n only.
processing once. Okay, you just think that each element in the array processing once.
No,
Okay.
But
I mean,
next time
you are processing, but you're just not going through all the way.
True,
You are
true.
just,
Yes.
yeah, you are short circuiting, but you're still visiting, right?
Because of visited set, you are not
Yeah,
taking that
visiting,
element
so
again.
we not we consider this one as a processing. So
Yeah,
that's
we
why
have. Yes, we have to consider it processing because we are anyways gonna look at it and decide what to do with it, right?
True. So you are visiting the elements, I mean, again and again, right? Just because visited
Okay.
is there, so
Then it is order of 2n, right? Then in that case. Or n square you mean to say.
You could actually, when you're calling this recursive call, at that time you can check whether it is visited. Then only you go and go to that left or right sector.
Yeah, that's also true.
So that will be one thing to avoid a recursive call. But this is still OFN.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
okay, because we are visiting array elements only once, right? And
Yeah.
second time when you visit, you again already see that in array. I mean, even if it is visited 2 times, 2 and it will be at max, right?
Yeah.
But from recurrence relation, I think T of n equal to T of n plus T of this, and that equation gives n square. I don't know.
I don't think so. We should think
Because
of
of
it like
visited, no?
Fibonacci or something. Like if we memorize Fibonacci, it's just it's gonna be big O of n, right? So it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah. So in this
Okay.
case, the memorization would be
Okay.
something like our visit array.
Yeah.
So then BFS will be also of n only, right? Single time only we are visiting. Next time we are not visiting.
Yes, yes, yes.
BFS is B of n, no?
I have a question. So even if we memorize, right? We memorize so that we don't do all that calculation again to save that time, but we still have to kind of visit and see whether it's memorized or not and then calculate. So do we not consider it like processing? Like it not, I'm not able to understand.
No, it's gonna be just big O of 1, right? You are just comparing, like seeing if it exists or not. That's a constant operation, right? Like if
Okay.
of one statement.
Yeah, all these if statements are constant. All these if and everything.
Yeah. Because below that, if you had a big subtree, you are avoiding that whole, no? Whole of that big subtree.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we can move to next question. I know.
Sure. Let's move to next. So next is this we did, right? Okay, Jump Game 4 is interesting.
Yeah, it is totally different.
Exactly. It went out of. So it's like given an array of integers, and you are initially positioned at the first index of the array, right? So here your strategy is in one step.
I don't have. Okay. I did not solve anything. Okay. What is this ID?
ID is 1345.
Okay, 1345.
Sure. So in one step, you can jump from index I to index I plus 1, given that it should be within the array boundary, and I minus 1, it should be greater than 0 again. And from index I to index j, where array of I and array of, elements at these two given indexes are equal, and given that I should not be equal to 0. So you have to return the minimum number of steps to reach the last index of the array. And notice you cannot jump outside of the array at any time, right? In one step. So initially you are positioned at 0th index, right? So, and you have to reach till the last index of the array. So one possible orientation, what they have explained, from here 0, you can go to 4th index, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. From this 100, you will reach to this, right?
Sorry, again, Shashank, how do you reach 4? Because the elements are same. Okay.
Yeah. Third one. Area of I and area of J are same. So from 100 you reach to 100, and from here we are reaching back to 3. So you can take this. This is 4, right? So from 4 you can go to either 3 or you can go to 5. So from 100 we are going to 404. That is 3, right? And from here, these two elements are already same, right? So directly you can make a big leap from 3 to 9. So this example is clear, right? First time, like here 100 is there, you see the same number 100, you make a leap from here to here. Now from this index, you can go 1 back and 1 forward. So 1 back, if you go, you will reach 404, right? And at 404, you have again this rule, right? That if the values are same, we can reach to that index. So this will take you to this, and overall you will be able to reach the end of that. And here one element is only given. And from this is 7, 0th index, this is 7, so directly you will reach to this part.
So then you have to iterate fully, right?
You'll have to iterate,
right? The last time, like going
from
to the
I
left.
plus 1, from I plus 1 to I minus 1, you'll have to iterate.
Yeah.
And in between, you have
And
to check
see if any of this will take you to the end. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We do Q here again, BFS?
Yeah, makes sense. Yes, BFS because of this minimum number of steps. I think DP could have also worked if you maintain the 3 states, right? I plus 1, I minus 1, and then J. But this is a range, not a specific, what you say, state. Like it will vary from I+1 to I+I-1, right? Like if you are at this fourth index, I mean this one, then you'll go to here and then up to here. So this entire range you'll have to cover. I don't know why DP, but Q makes more sense. Yeah. So yeah, so what are the ideas, inputs like?
How do we process where is the next 100 is in the given array?
Next 100 is here.
Yeah, how do we, like, is it like an order of n processing to find the next 100? Like whatever index we are in, the value at
Okay,
index where it
you'll
is.
have,
Yeah.
if you are at this position, you'll have to scan it, right? And while scanning, you found that this value was matching with this, right? So you can make a leap directly. But I
Yeah.
think yeah, it will take
In-
linear processing.
That is
But you could do a pre-processing, no, of the whole of this array first initially,
In a map or something like that, right?
right? Yeah,
That's how
like we
you
go for a graph.
correct.
So we take whatever the values are and then assign all those indexes against each and every value, all the values.
So it will
Whenever-
take constant time.
Yeah.
Constant.
Yeah.
Time, yes.
Yeah, that's right. If you put index right, so you'll jump directly. You'll check in the map whether there is a 100, right? Then you can see the next index and the previous index, and if that's
Then we can
Then
only process
actually-
the ones we have in the map. Yeah.
yeah.
Kind
So
of
only
You
adjacency
can
list.
do it that way, or do we really have to do it? Because see, in case
Yeah,
we
I
don't have
think-
anything in map, if we have only single index against each and every element, so but
That's-
still there should be some way to reach. It may be possible, right, to reach the end.
Or you
and
can
we-
still
Because-
store the positions also, right? Like position of 100 in a hash map.
no. So the position
So they
will
can
be
look
zero,
up.
right? So you will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you once you check for 100 again, you'll get. Yeah, that's so you should have the position and the value.
kind of
Value and
adjacent-
position.
Why the value? Because
Value and position, right?
Value and
For
Value-
100,
yeah.
because at 0th index, you need 100. You need to know all positions for 100.
yeah, so
Then
I
you
will
can
say
just look up the
whatever
hash
is on
map
my
and-
zero index, whatever is on my zero index, then the next that same element is on my fourth index, right? So if I just have map of key and value of indexes, so I would know all these values are same basically, no?
Yeah,
True,
that's
yeah,
what-
that is-
yeah, that's what
that is
the
what-
person-
Yeah. So value to like key will be your array value and other side, what do you say?
Yeah. Others will be
Value-
index.
Okay.
Yeah, you
And
may
then
need to
now-
have a visited array, right? In addition to that.
I did
Yeah.
it with Q, I think I did it earlier. I got it.
So you are
Priority
doing
queue.
it a BFS way.
I did BFS, yeah.
Then you
Oh.
will need a visited array.
I think even Dijkstra you can use to solve this problem.
Why do you need it?
How it
For
is?
me, because of this minimum number of steps, right? I mean, difference between Dijkstra and BFS only like if the age weight is 1, you use BFS, right?
Okay. Just let me
So,
check my mem-
Yeah, you mean 0-1 BFS, right?
come again?
There's another like similar BFS technique 0-1 BFS. So like whenever the weights are either 0 or 1. Were you like talking about that when you said BFS?
No, I think I was talking. I thought that like if
No,
like 100
so,
to
like-
100. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've read that like sometimes like Dijkstra can have a very like bad time complexity, but 0-1 BFS can decrease that. So that's the case whenever you have like edge weights either 0 and 1 or like 0 and X, something like that. But I don't see like how, yeah. Yeah,
0
go
and 1 I didn't. 0 and 1 I didn't get. Can you elaborate that a bit more?
Okay, should I share the link? No, the only thing is that it has the edge weights in a graph will either be 0 or it will be 1. So for that, and maybe we want to find the minimum path or like minimum number of steps, whatever. So in that case, instead of using Dijkstra, you can go for 0-1 BFS.
So that will be
Yeah, I think
faster.
someone said, yeah.
Maybe we discuss that after we have solved this or these other approaches.
Yeah,
Is
sure.
it resource one? Yeah, just park that conversation, but that will be interesting to know. Yeah. So what is the way you are doing it, Shashank?
Okay, I think it's the same what you were mentioning. Corresponding to, I'm creating a map over here, right?
Yeah, exactly. I did same way. Yeah.
Yeah, and corresponding to this number, which all indexes, I mean, at which all indexes this particular number is present, right? Your 100 is present at 0 and 4, that you are maintaining. So kind of adjacency list, right? And now here, what I'm pushing is like a queue. I mean, this is the start point because they've already given that you'll start from the initial of the array, something like that. You're already positioned at the first index of the array, okay? And this is the level, right? And this is the level. Now level or index, whatever you can say. Now steps, what do you say? You will pop those two elements like 0 and this will be popped, and you just check if this is the, what do you say? You have
Last
reached
index.
the
Okay.
last index, you are done. Otherwise, within this range, you'll have to check all the possibilities, right? I mean, for this index, these are all the neighbors from index -1 to index +1. So you take everything like preprocess from here and check whether that lies within the boundary of the array or not. And it should not be visited just to avoid the cycle, right? And if that is the case, then you push that particular neighbor into your visited set and increase the level of your, I mean, level by one step, level or steps by one. And
Why
this
do we
was,
need to? Why do we need to push both position and value? You can just push position, right? Index is enough in the queue.
No, position required, how many steps required, right? Let's say position is mentioned.
We don't need to measure the steps here.
They are telling written the minimum number of
Oh
steps.
yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. It's not the previous one, right? Okay.
No, my question was why do we need to push both index and value?
No,
Index is enough.
without that also you can push, but then explicitly you'll have to take care in the
Label, you have to do label order traversal type of thing.
traversal. Yeah. It's one and the same thing, but you have to, some or the other way you have to take care of this, right? Otherwise, how will you find the minimum number of steps? Is there any other way?
Oh, you can keep counting the levels, right? When
the
you're
same
doing
thing.
Yeah, it
but
is
this
almost
is-
the same way, but this is another way of doing a level or travel.
Okay.
Also doing
This
this
will consume more memory, right? Like, I mean, your few elements, every element you are pushing position.
Okay, you're saying
Yes,
level of the
space
queue
will
and
be 2n, right? Or sort of in the worst case.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. So,
Yeah, so
this
what
is
you were saying that you could do it a simple level order traversal the way we do it.
traversal. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Rather than putting this here, yeah. That
Mhm.
makes sense. These are two variants of what do you say, PFS, I think. Either you directly push the level
Yeah,
here
exactly.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
I did other way. I have not taken two, only take that value only. So that's okay.
So you are saying that when you go through this problem, it looks very different, but you can analyze and very well pre-process it and make it a simple level order traversal. Then it works, right?
Yeah.
So that is what you're coming to. Okay, no problem.
That's
This is
the
good.
crux. Yes.
Right, very interesting way.
And yeah. And this visited group, I think this is extra steps is being done. Even if you don't make use of it, it's for this case. Like, let's say entire array is filled with 1, 1, 1, right? Like this. So if you pick one, then again you will walk in this range i+1 to i-1, right? So, and you have already seen this one here itself, right? So rather just to avoid that, we are maintaining that visited groups. I mean, I'm not much clear why, like because I tried.
Visited you are maintaining on the index, okay, not on the value.
Okay, exactly. This is on the value, this visited groups,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But even if you don't do, it will pass. I've tried that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Because you are when you got a result, then written directly, right?
True.
You are not, but wait for till a queue is empty.
No, but
Okay.
you may pick up the same index again and again.
No, but
if you
I'm
don't have
keeping this
visited.
neighbor. I'm keeping track of. No, okay.
But
This is not okay. I think that was some other page here. So this is like keeping track. I mean, if you have seen the same value, this is for keeping track of the indices. If you have already visited indices, next time you don't visit. And if the array values at given indices, right, they are repeating, then that part, I think that is being taken care. So like, let's say you explore that index, right? And you'll check if the value present at given index is not present in your visited groups, then you explore all the neighbors of that, what you say, because here what will happen, corresponding to 1, you will have all the positions in your array, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So rather than visiting every value again and again, you can maintain this visited group and just walk through all the neighbors. And if that neighbors is not visited, you put it into your this. And
Yeah, so that is what we were discussing about. See, in this problem statement, the J, what they talk about. So I plus 1 and I minus 1, we already took care prior to line 19.
yes.
And the J you are taking care of line 21. And that is what even the first example, what you were discussing about 100 and 404, right? This will work because of this line 21 only, correct?
Yes, this makes
okay.
sense.
So
Because
that
this
is one additional thing we have to do.
True. So this is like, even if the duplicates are not there, then it will work. I mean, if the third condition is not there, right? It will work up to this point.
Yeah, if
But to
third
take care
condition
of the
is not there,
duplicates.
then only that much is enough. But because of the third condition, this thing will give you a very different results.
Results, yes. Yes, Res, you had to share something, right?
yeah, I can say no issue.
Share it.
Why is this tag as hard? This is tag hard, right?
Because
Yeah,
I think of the
yeah.
third case, the J case, because it's slightly out of the way, right?
Oh, okay.
Actually, first thing is you have to pre-process. Second thing is there is some logic to avoid to optimize it. So it is hard. I did the same with Sasan. You see, first I have did get all the index all the number map to all the index and preparing. Okay, reprocessing this part. Same thing I'm doing here. I've taken the number index, means value with the index, all are putting it here because as per this rule, third rules. Okay, so I have pre-processed all the data. Then after that, I'm taking the queue. Okay, and queue I'm pushing the 0th index and mark it as a visited. Okay, then after that, I'm keep on popping from the queue here, and I'm checking. We have here. I'm not taking two value because what I've taken integer max as a label marker. I have made. Okay, label marker. So once I reach the
Go ahead.
I'm not able to hear it.
I think you join it. We are able to rejoin, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the integer max as a mark as a label marker. So, and I am not taken the steps, I keep it initially 0. So whenever I reach the integer max and I am not reached their target value, though incrementing number of steps, and if a queue is not empty, I'm pushing label marker again.
Yeah. So you are taking only one visited state, right?
Yes. Yeah. So after this, if for this number, right, what I popped it, I'm getting all the neighbors. What I have pre-processed here, right? That I'm populated here now, all the neighbors. Also, as per the rules 1 and 2, right? I plus 1 and I minus 1, that I'm pushing it here on the queue neighbor list. I plus current index minus 1, current index plus 1. Then I'm iterating to all the neighbors, okay? And I'm checking if it is not visited, okay? And putting into the queue and putting in the queue and mark as a visited. That I'm doing it here. And keep on doing, I'm doing all the neighbors processing here. After this process is done, I'm adding one important logic here is that because suppose like this case, right, 100, right? If 100 is 100 we have done visited, right? So 100 we don't require to come again and again back and forth, right? For this thing. So that's why I'm creating neighbor, I'm making it clear here.
Can you, but this was the, I think this was the part that Shashank's last logic was there, where he was comparing if the index, the actual
Value.
element has been visited. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm clearing neighbor here, 1 second.
But
neighbor-
visited array would help you, right? Why do you need to clear?
I was thinking about that.
This is not required, I think. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think it is additional, I would say, but yeah, but it might be some edge
Because
case.
it is local, right?
It might be
And,
some.
oh, no,
edge
no,
case.
not local. Got it. So making it clear means I am making this one is got clear, okay? Because if you see, I am taken this as a reference value, okay? So that's why I am making it clear.
Okay,
That is reason, okay?
So this
pointer.
the next loop here.
Yeah. So so make it clear to that. So 100 here, 100 can jump to here and 100 can jump to here, right? So there is no reason if you process once only. If one value got processed once, right? This number, there is no reason to process second time to increase the queue by queue. That's why I have added this optimization.
Yeah, but that case is not, isn't it getting done by that line 54?
Like
54 is
Because you are actually making it visit, no?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
did something earlier. This got TLE. Then I have added this point and got this is TLE is word of. This
See,
can be
because-
passed.
Because see, you will insert it only when you actually are,
utility.
when actually it is, yeah, in some special case it is happening like that, right?
Because to avoid this duplication case and the third condition, right? So that's why I make it clear.
See, anyway, your first example passed, correct?
Uh,
So first example passed, but see, this is a very special test case, and that is the reason you have to do that. But that might not be really required for a standard templatized version of a BFS implementation, right?
yeah.
At least for the interview, it will be fine. Yeah, but in
Yeah,
this
it
case,
is
you'll
fine.
have
For
to.
interview, it is fine. Yeah. Not this thing. Let me see how many passed this case.
Why is this 45%? Is there a better way to do this?
Okay, I can use order, right? You
can use an unordered map there. Then small optimizations. If you do, then it surely go to.
So it will be boost up.
And there will be much more to do, I would say.
I think because of that, in my case, it's giving good results, like 71%.
So it
The
will
last-
now
Slightly
increase,
increase. And
Now-
again, if you submit it another time, then it might come back.
and we have to check where vector.
Yeah.
goes.
Also, if you do a clear that level or remove that
I am
level
using
marker.
vector here, right? Visited, right?
Yeah.
Instead of this, I can take array, right? Then it will work.
No, that is fine. But if you remove that level marker and do a level order way, then it might slightly again give you efficient results. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, yeah. No worries. So in that case, see, if you are done discussing this problem and if you don't have any approach, can we go to the way what Rohan was saying about 0-1 BFS?
Yes.
Yeah, because that is an interesting thing. And if you can at least give us some.
Yeah, so no, I actually thought that he was talking about 0-1 BFS. I mean, I can show what I
No
don't, I
problem.
haven't tried.
Even whatever it is, if you can just explain what it is, we are interested in knowing that. If possible.
Okay, should I share?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, just can we get like a screen here? Not that familiar.
What?
Can I get like a background here in Zoom?
Okay, you can open Sketchpad If you browser,
Yeah,
you
or
can.
maybe a notepad also, anything, right? And then
Yeah. Okay,
or
I'll
pen.
try something. I have.
I think you are on your desktop. It looks like.
Yeah. And can you see a black screen now?
Yeah, yeah. We
And
can
can you
see.
see the script? Okay.
Mhm.
All the scribbling also, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I haven't tried it with this, but 01 BFS, I came across it recently, and actually it was a similar problem to like some kind of jump game problem. So 01 BFS is like, it is just BFS, but with a small like difference. I'll just make some graph once. Okay. So, and so in 01 BFS, so we'll solve for 01 BFS. This can also be used for whenever the weights are like 0 and some x. Okay. So there's like a weight 0, 0, 1, 0, maybe 1. Yeah. Small 1. Right. Yeah. So like what do we do in BFS? So we have a queue, right? And we, for let's say the starting node is 1. So we insert 1. And then we go into the while loop of BFS. We pop out the 1. And then we process, like we process its neighbors. And so yeah, we'll also keep a visited set. So I've put 1 in the visited set. Okay, so we pop out 1 and then we'll process its neighbor. So let's say we came at 3 first, right? And yeah, I almost forgot. There's also a distance array. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and there's also a distance array. Now, so when we take out 1, and then when we go for processing this, so yeah, so 1 has the distance 0, and then on the next node, and all are initially filled with infinity. Okay, so when we process 3, well, let's say we came at 3, okay, 1's neighbor is 3, then we check if the distance to 3, so the distance to reach till 1, which was 0, plus a jump or a distance of this like this edge, which is 1, if this is more than equal to, or basically if this is if this one is less than the distance to reach 3, that we, if we have previously reached 3 somehow, if this is the case, then we will just insert it into the queue. Now we will be inserting this into the queue, but there's a catch here, that the way we should insert this. Okay, so currently my distance was infinity, and this was the case. So I'm inserting this 3 here. Okay, and so now the thing is that so so whenever we do BFS, it's like this is our level 1, then this is our level 2, and then yeah, and then this is our level 3, right? But here the problem is that since this is of a weight 0, you can also assume this to be like 1, 2, and then so 1 nodes 1 and 2 are kind of like the same, right? Because they have a distance 0. Going from here to here, there is no cost. And since going from here to here, there's no cost, and going from 2 to 3 also, there's no cost. So you can assume this whole thing to be 1 node, right? Because even if there is 1 to 3, you have a cost 1. But if you go via 2, so 1 to 2, 2 to 3, okay, so there is no cost. So we can assume this as like a full node. So there is like a problem here that and in the BFS we know that our invariant is that like all the nodes of level X comes first, and then there is like some, like sometimes we have to keep like a null value or a integer max value as a level divider, and then all the nodes are of X plus 1, right? Like distance is X plus 1. But here that wouldn't be the case. because when like whatever level 1 is, the same level 2 is at, and the same is for 3, right? 4 and 5 will be at the next level. But suppose we were to take 5 via this path, we would get 1 to 3 one jump, and 3 to 5 another jump, and that would make 5 at a level 2. So like a small modification to the BFS we can solve.
Here instead of coming through 1 to 3 to 3 to 5, so
Yeah.
we can reaching to 3, right? 0 steps required, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so we can make it 3 to directly come to the 5. We don't care about how we
Yeah,
reach the
exactly.
3 now.
Yeah, but so that is what it, if in BFS you are taking 3 first, then you did 1 step here, then maybe you went to 2. Like if you take this edge first before this, how are you getting a smaller value to 3? And as it is, like whenever you are exploring one node, you are taking 2 and 3 in the level x plus 1, right? But here 2 is at a value 0, and it should be at the same level. And since 2 is again connected to 3, so 1 and 3 should also be at the same level.
No, then
Right.
in this case we can ignore the 1
But
to 1 to
actually,
3 path.
it is contradicting, right? I mean, from
Yeah,
1 to
exactly.
2
If
to
we,
3, it is distance is 0. But from 1
Yeah.
to 3, directly it is distance is 1.
So
I mean, in this case, we can use a priority queue, okay? And we can skip 1 to 3 jump. We will come to lower grade.
So you're saying take the lower edge first.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
same
the
as
weight 0,
extra.
you always take that first.
Yeah.
So if you start with weight 0, the same way what we do for a Dijkstra, right?
Yeah. Okay.
In a Dijkstra, we actually take the previous weight also and the current weight also, right? Yeah.
But there's one more thing. Suppose yeah. So suppose you were saying let's take the minimum edge first and then the maximum edge, so that when we come at 2, then if we find a better part to 3, right? But the
Yes.
problem is, suppose this 2 had a lot of edges here, right? And so the 2 had a lot of edges here, and so you first put 1, then you put 2, then so you first put 2 and then you also put 3, okay, because you took the lower edge. Then when you're at 3, you will put the so you're saying when you come at 2, you, so basically if this is of level 1, right? And okay, yeah, I think it might work, but there's like lot of small things you have to care about, because what I meant was, how will you update this 3 to also get a distance 0?
So here what you can do,
by normal Dijkstra you should, right?
value and
Yeah,
key
so
at the time of priority queue, okay? So for you take a priority queue, first insert 0, 1, okay? Then for you can pop out, you can put right 0 and 1 here. 0 and 1.
0 and
Yeah.
1.
0, 1, yeah. 0 is weight and 1 is value, okay? Weight means how much weight you are reached to reach 1, okay? Okay, 1, 0, okay, that's also fine. So, no, 0, 1, you are taking priority queue, so 0 should become first.
Okay, I mean, yeah, okay, I use a comparator. So anyways, okay.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So,
Yeah,
0, 1 you take, okay? So, you pop out 0, 1, you check all the number of 1, okay? Number of 1 is 2 and 3, right? So, now you push the priority queue 0, 2, then 1, 3.
Okay.
Okay. Now 1 is first part is gone done. You have to remove that. Now come priority key 0, 2 is come on the top, right?
Right.
Okay. So 0, 2 neighbor is now 3, and now right side you have to write something, right? Dummy node. Okay. So that you need to push in the priority queue. So again you put 0, 3 again.
Okay, and then that comes at the top.
0, 3 now come on the top.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a normal Dijkstra only.
Yeah, but then this
Exactly.
becomes
I don't
Dijkstra,
understand why
yeah.
0.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
Come
think
on,
there is something different about it. I
Looks
think
like,
actually we.
So I think, I mean, I don't remember the reason why it was like better than using a normal Dijkstra, but I can just maybe I think we
Actually,
should have the
we
explanation
confused
here.
your approach, therefore you got confused. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Actually, no, this is the thing that like the time complexity, here it's E log V, and I think, so and BFS would be V plus E, right? So it is better. Yeah, because you're using priority queue here. And in BFS, we like go V plus E, right?
So that is also n
What
square.
it is.
Age is a
There is
function
an
of
order n, the order E square log V, right? Time complexity of Dijkstra.
E squared log V. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
E log V. E log V.
Yeah, E log V, right? Yeah,
Right.
but BFS is not E log V. BFS is E plus V.
n square, yeah, V plus V, yes, which is bigger than this E log V.
Yeah.
No, how is it? No, I am saying E plus V. How is it bigger?
So E plus V means E is a function of V square, right? If a complete graph you take, then what will happen? Number of edges is equal to V into V minus 1 by 2.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
So in this, you are going lesser than V plus.
True.
Okay. So, okay, but here it's saying it's solving it in O of V. So I think maybe I'm wrong or something. Maybe.
Okay, so
but
it's
I
an
know
efficient
that.
way of solving it.
Yeah, this I know that it's a more efficient way of solving than Dijkstra, because I just I came across something where Dijkstra TLE, and then I came across this. So like a while back. So yeah. So in this, there's a small difference that if the weight is 0, then instead of pushing it into the queue at the back, you need to push it in the front. So if I'm at 1 and I have a weight 0 to go to 2, then I know that 1 and 2 are at the same level, and to maintain the invariant of the Dijkstra, the queue of the BFS, I should if this is 1, then I should keep this 2 also before this boundary. Like I should keep it within this range, right? So I would just instead add it to the front. Okay, so 2 will get sort of added here. So that is like a small difference.
Question
And
here. So
sure.
the aim is to be able to update this distance array with the minimum, right?
Exactly.
So I'm trying to, so you're saying that if we will go this way, then to get all this to the minimum, we will need less time complexity than Dijkstra's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is what I mentioned, yes.
Oh, okay. So you are saying you use a DQ, and whenever you get a 0, you always insert in the front. So those elements will always be popped out first.
Right. And they also will be at the same level.
Yeah.
So
Question here is, do we still have to go through the whole graph to know whether we have the minimum or not, right? Or we imagine that if we have 0, we don't have to worry about it anymore.
But no, so like when you're doing a BFS, you will always get the minimum path, right?
Oh, as per the read I had, what it says is in priority queue, we use in Dijkstra we use priority queue to get the next node, which is the nearer to the source, right? And then we enhance that, correct?
Relax the edges, yes.
Yeah, we relax it. But here, instead of using a priority queue, which is nothing but a balanced binary search tree.
It's log n again.
Yeah, so they are saying we can use a DQ here, since every node which is there in the queue, right? At max, the difference between the nodes distances is 1, because we are going level by level. So if we find a node which is equal distance, we will put it into the head of the queue, or else we will put it into the end of the queue. That is like a DQ operation.
Yeah.
And
still find that fill that distance array.
Yeah.
So we will only do this when
So
the
that,
dates are 0 and 1, right? It's only possible then.
It's also possible for 0 and X, I think.
Okay, got it.
Anything
Okay.
with 0.
0 and more. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, if it is
0 and
0 and X, the maximum difference, I mean, the difference would be only X, right?
Yeah.
So it,
yeah, so you can just imagine that when you're adding like every time 1 here in the distance array, and when you want to get your final answer, and if maybe the distances were X, you just multiply it with X everywhere. Like,
so because of that, the insertion and deletion cost won't be there. So it would be order of mod E. That's what the complexity.
yeah. Exactly. So if you want, I can share the code for, like, if you didn't understand, I can try it again.
Sure.
Yeah. So should I
No,
share
but yeah,
the
at
code?
least, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, you were saying something.
No, we got the way you were explaining it to some extent. Yeah, but if you share the code, it will be
Okay.
much better.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I think
It's a Dijkstra, but we just change from priority queue to
to a DQ.
DQ.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So interesting.
So where do we use such things? A use case like
I have to.
Wherever we have
I'll
0, 1 sort of or 0x sort of weight, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Only 2 weights.
yeah, like 0 and something. And I found this in a similar question, like a similar type of question to this jump game type, like where there's an array. So it was that you can either, so it was very similar to this, but here every time we are like, we have to take a minimum jump cost of 1, right? Like one jump costs like unit 1. But there, if the element value is same, like 100 and 100 was same there, so you don't need to, like, you wouldn't get any cost. But if you move to any other index, then you have a cost, and you can move front and back both. So
When we say cost, they are steps, right? And when we are jumping to even another 100, that's a +1 step for us.
yeah, no, here it is, but in the question that I came across, it wasn't.
Okay, got it.
Like,
Got it.
you
got
can
it.
jump as many times on similar valued elements as many times as you want.
That makes sense.
So yeah, this is like my code for 01 BFS. So this is the distance array, and I have made a DQ, and I first fill it with a maximum value. This is just to prevent overflow, that division by 2. Okay, I've filled all the distances. I push the like, this is normal BFS. Set the distance to 0 of the start node, add it to the DQ. Then we pop the first element, and then we check its edges, right? So my U has 2. So U is a pair, is a class, and it has 2 data members. One is 2, and one is the edge weight W. So I'll first check if I've come at a, like, if I can go at a node whose distance, like jumping from this S node to U, will give me a lower distance than the one that is already set. Then I will update its distance, and now I will just check that if the weight is 0, like the edge is 0, then I will insert it at the start of the queue, right? So that it remains at the same level, because all distances X are at the same level and X plus 1 are at the next level. And if it is not, then I will just insert it like a normal BFS at the end of the queue. That's the only difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very simple implementation after looking at this.
Yeah, to be honest, there's just this like one change here.
Yeah.
That's all. Otherwise, it's BFS only.
It's actually not BFS if you see.
It's a Dijkstra because it will come around line.
The Dijkstra with a different
DQ, yeah.
The twist.
Different data structure, I would say.
You see, in this case, you said 0 and X always. But if we had X1 and X2, still it will work, right? Or not?
X1 and X2.
Means
No.
different
That
values.
zero factor should be there, I guess. Otherwise,
Maybe okay. In that case, we can do like
But
this.
what if we, yeah, I mean, maybe that, I'm not sure, maybe it could work, because what if we, so we have x1 and let's say x1 is less than x2. So we just like cancel out both the values by x1, then
Convert to
I mean,
0x
yeah,
something like that,
convert
right?
to
Yeah.
0 and some x. Yeah.
So how is your
Maybe-
distance array going to look at? It will be always 0 and x, something like that?
No, so the distance array will be somewhat like a normal
Okay.
array of the BFS, but yeah, it will just, the difference will be that like for the graph that I showed, so if like this is 0, this is 1, and then this is 0, then you would have like all the distances as 0.
Yeah, multiples of 1 and multiples of
Yeah.
x. Yeah.
Even
But in
if
that
you
case,
do,
then x1, x2 won't work. Yeah. The way
yeah,
we said,
maybe,
you know, if you subtract,
yeah, right, yeah,
it has to be always 0 with x. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
yeah,
This was cool.
that's
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
can share the code, yeah.
Yeah, please share it.
Sure, I think we are done.
Yeah, please share the code.
Okay, there is some chat discussion also. I missed it.
I
Okay.
was just setting the material. Yeah.